Have you ever felt like you're not really in the driver's seat of your own life? Well, today we're diving into the work of Joseph Murphy, who had this incredible idea that you're not just a passenger. No, you are the architect. And the blueprint for your entire reality, it's already inside you, just waiting for your command.
Just let that sink in for a second. What if, right now, there was this silent creator inside you taking every single thought, every feeling you have, and using it like clay to build the world you experience every single day?
And look, this isn't just some feel-good theory. Joseph Murphy's work is absolutely packed with stories of this inner artist's masterpieces. We're talking about a man who went from totally bankrupt to a millionaire, a woman who healed from 15 years of chronic pain. These aren't just random miracles, you know? They are the real-world results of someone learning how to give their inner artist a new, better blueprint to work from.
So, who is this artist? Well, it's not magic, and it's not some force outside of you. It is the most powerful, and honestly, the most overlooked part of your very own mind. The power to literally sculpt your reality, it's been yours all along.
So how do we tap into this power? The secret, and this is really the heart of the whole thing, is realizing that you don't have one mind. You actually have two. There's the mind we all know, right? The one that's thinking and analyzing on the surface. But then there's this massive, powerful territory just beneath it. And understanding how these two work together, that's the key to everything.
To really get our heads around this, Joseph Murphy gave us this brilliant analogy. He said to think of your mind like a ship, and every ship has a captain and it has a crew.
So up there on the bridge, you've got the captain. That's your conscious mind. It's your logic, your reason. It's the part of you that sets the destination and gives the orders. But down below deck, you have the crew. And that's your huge, powerful subconscious. Now, the crew doesn't question the orders. They don't analyze them. They just build. They run the engines, they patch the sails, they steer the ship. They take every single command from the captain as the absolute truth. Doesn't matter if it's a wise command or a totally foolish one.
And this is where it gets really interesting. Just look at the sheer imbalance of power here. The captain, our conscious will, is only running about 5% of the ship. The crew, your subconscious, is managing the other 95%. Just think about that for a second. Your habits, your gut reactions, those deep-seated beliefs, that is all the crew, working around the clock based on the orders they've been given.
This quote from Murphy? It's basically the master key. You see, the crew doesn't judge the blueprints it's given. It just builds. So if the captain is constantly sending down sketches of fear and worry and failure, well, the crew is going to diligently build a life full of fear and failure. But if you, as the captain, start sending down new blueprints for success, for health, for joy, the crew will work just as tirelessly to bring that masterpiece to life.
Okay, so if you're the captain, how do you start giving clearer commands to your incredibly powerful crew? This is where we get practical. These are the tools you're going to use to start consciously designing your own reality.
Murphy called this the most powerful tool in the whole toolkit. And why is that? Well, because in those last few moments, right before you drift off to sleep, the logical captain starts to doze off. All that noise from the conscious mind quiets down, and the door to the engine room, your subconscious, is basically wide open. It becomes incredibly receptive to new blueprints. So here's exactly how it works. Murphy tells this great story about an unemployed man who used this technique. Every single night, instead of worrying about a situation, he created a short, vivid mental movie. In his scene, his manager was congratulating him, shaking his hand on a new job. And he didn't just see it, he felt the joy, the relief of it. He just looped that little scene over and over in his mind until he fell asleep. And within weeks, that exact scene played out in his real life.
And that story, it reveals the absolute secret ingredient here. It's not just about picturing what you want. It's about feeling the reality of it now. You have to assume the feeling of the wish already fulfilled. That feeling, that's the ink your subconscious artist uses to paint your reality. Just hoping for it isn't enough. You have to live in the emotional state of your goal already being a fact. That's the only language the crew really understands.
All right, we've talked about the architect, the blueprint, and the tools. Now, it's time for you to pick up those tools and start sculpting your own masterpiece. Your life is literally your canvas.
So here's the challenge. And it's simple. Don't try to change everything all at once. Just pick one desire, one new blueprint you want to create. Then commit to using just one technique, like the sleep technique, every single night for 30 days. Give your inner artist one clear, consistent command, and then just watch what starts to take shape on the canvas of your life. Remember, you are the captain, You are the architect. Your subconscious crew is wide awake and listening right now, just waiting for its next set of orders. The question isn't whether it's working, it always is. The only question is, what are you commanding it to build?